Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death.
Hello. So, Selkie rests off the stress of another heist.
Was it so stressful that I can't gain an HP?
Um,
And I did cast a spell, but I wasn't really in combat. I didn't do anything strenuous, I just, floated out of a window.
how do you roll it?
I would roll that it's 1 HP, a night well spent.
Yeah, I think I'll give you the healing. I was considering, rolling a con check or something to recover that. No HP, or, you didn't take any combat damage.
Cool. Well,
You're fine.
I will rest, rememorize Featherfall, and gain some experience for the last 2 sessions.
Suppose. Not out of the woods yet. Haven't pawned off that gear, or off the loot, so I can't quite give you...
Alright, well, I can go pawn the loop first,
Heist
and then we can do
experience
experience.
I can give you experience for it, less the,
Okay.
What's this stuff? Let's see. So there was the first heist.
My audio drivers are breaking on me.
Okay, the first heist for which you will get, I think, 105 of combat XP, which will be split between the classes.
Oh, no.
Thief
Last night. Can you hear me,
XP.
Ryan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my
Can you not hear me?
audio... No, yeah, my audio drivers are breaking on me. It's happening last night.
Okay.
Let me just restart my audio engine.
Should I keep talking to chat, or... Alright, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, this is bad. Okay. If this continues, I might have to take a short break while I rewire some sound issues. But it should be fine for now. How much XP did
Okay.
you say that was?
I didn't. So there'll be 105 that is split. And then Wizard will get 50 per casting? I think 50 per casting.
Isn't it 100 per spell level?
100 per spell level? Okay, what is it for learning a new spell?
Ooh, question. The wizard spells cast to overcome problems. No, you're right. It is 50 per level for
Yeah.
spells cast to overcome problems. Spells successfully researched
Cheater.
is 500. I
You didn't research that, you just learned it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 100 for learning Identify. So 250 to your Wizard. Plus 105 divided by 2. So 302.5 to the Wizard. Plus 10% bonus. For the Thief, do you remember how much loot you stole?
I think it was about 50 gold for the last heist, and then whatever I got for this one. I think I got
You haven't
about
pawned it
50
yet.
gold.
I'll just give you an even 200 for the 2 heists. So 252.5 to your Thief. Am I forgetting anything important?
5 plus 10%. I don't think so. So 302.5
You need me to calculate-
times 1.1.
Should I calculate 10? You got it. Okay.
Yeah, 332. Can I round up 0.75?
Sure.
Yeah. The 333 for the wizard. 252.5 times 1.1 is 278. 7, 8, 14. Add these together. And my wizard. Oh god, so fucking close.
How close?
I'm gonna be at 2033 plus 333 is 2366 for my wizard.
Yeah, about 150 off.
Yep. And my thief 2581 plus 278 is now 2859. And thief needs 3k to level. So I'm about 150 off in each of my classes.
Alas. They leveled the end of the session, but not going to get it mid-session.
Okay. If I haven't said it already, I will grab that extra feather fall, and I'm going to go ask around for a merchant of gem selling.
Where will
or
you ask about
miscellaneous
this?
wares. I'll just I'll ask Bernadette in the common room if she knows of anybody who might deal in gems or jewelry.
Yeah. There is a gem cutter up the way. Because if you follow this alley north, you can't miss it. On your right, it's a small stone building. Maybe.
So I didn't see you mark an alleyway.
I didn't.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Bernadette telling you? If you follow the alleyway up north, small stone building, small gem merchant, can't miss.
The alleyway right next to the tavern?
She nods. A dwarf by the name of Chester. I don't know if that's his dwarven name or just his human name, but seems an honest enough fellow. I don't know. I don't really have the disposable income to be buying gems, but
All right. Thank you. And I will take the alleyway next to the tavern north and look for the small stone building that reeks of dwarvenness. You know, it's like a really stubborn building. Soaked in ale and whiskey.
all right. You head up the alley, around the corner, continue north, and find a small stone building with the sign that says Gem Cutter over the top.
Mm-hmm. I will walk
And
on in.
glass window with iron bars and like a decal of a gemstone in there.
I will walk up to the door, give a little, and push it open.
Yep. It's
And-
it's unlocked, assuming you were out late, so I assume you slept in late enough that it's open.
Sure.
There are a few pieces in cases on display.
I will
There
let
is there is an armed dwarf beside the door as you walk in, and one sitting behind a counter, sitting like at a bench behind the counter, with a monocle over his eye, inspecting something. He looks up in a moment, and says, "Anything I can help you with?"
Gilded greetings to you, Mr. Dwarf, I say, throwing in a little bit of thieves' cant to see if he's picking up on the stuff.
He narrows his eyes.
I have two beautiful, tremendous gemstones to pass off to you. If you would like to buy them.
Well, let's have a look. He gets up out of a stool and walks over to the counter and sticks out a hand with short, grubby fingers.
I drop the two gemstones in his hands.
Grabs them. He gives them a look up and down. Well, They charge you just for appraising them.
I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah.
Right, because you can't just get your jewels appraised for free anywhere. I would expect they want to charge something. So it's either a flat rate or a percentage, but if it's a flat rate, it's possible that the rate might be more than the value of the things that you're getting appraised, which is weird.
Yeah.
But if it's a percentage and then you're appraising something super valuable, that seems unfair. If it's like, here's 1,000 GP gem, and it's going to cost you 10%. So, I never know how to handle the appraisal of gems.
Well. These are a pair of fine garnets. Are you trying to sell them, or merely looking for an appraisal?
I would like to trade them for cold hard cash, if you don't mind.
He nods and looks around conspiratorially. The shop is empty, so there's really could be no one listening. Says, "Very well then. Will you take care of the Union's cut, or shall I?"
I would appreciate if you took care of the cut.
Well enough then. I can give you 100 GP for the pair of them, including expenses. Emphasis on the word expenses.
Mm-hmm. After a moment's of thinking, I will take it, and I will make a note to myself that this gentleman definitely works for the Union, of course. And next time I have some gems to pawn, not to come here, and try and find another gemmy person in the future.
So
but for now, this was
100
fine.
GP for the gems.
Yeah.
Did you try to pawn anything else here?
I mean, if he'll speak so openly about these things, he'll say, well, as long as you're looking at this, I also have some other things. I don't know if that's your specialty or not, but I have some wares of silver.
Silverware.
Yes.
Roll a charisma check.
20. No, that didn't roll, did it? Oh, that is mislabeled as perception?
Is that the right stat or the right score? Is your charisma 13?
No, my charisma's 12. I don't know why it's doing this.
So it's just barely going to be a fail. Silverware.
Oh, no, the first one was correct. The 26 was should be a 25.
Okay, it's 25.
Yeah.
He looks you up and down, judges you important enough. So, ordinarily, I wouldn't deal in such mundane items, but it's for the Union.
Of course.
What have you got?
And I will lift the whole case up and set it on the table for him. Even comes with a case, doubles its value.
All right then. He picks it up, like not even, and like stuffs it behind the counter. Give 25 gold for the haul. You're not sure if he weighed it with his hands or if he with his eyes, or if he's trying to cheat you.
I think that's worth a little more than that. I mean, just in the weight of silver alone should be about 50.
It's worth double that, he says.
Well, the weight of silver alone is worth double that, not to mention the artwork and the exquisiteness of it. You're not just going to melt this down, are you?
This isn't artwork, and yes, I'm going to melt this down.
But the silverware is worth so much.
He reaches under the counter and goes to hand it back to you. Look, this was a favor. I don't normally melt. Yeah,
you're right. I
wouldn't
apologize
be doing this if it weren't for your station.
Why don't I just do us both a favor and ask you not to do this favor for me then.
So he's holding the silverware.
I take it from him.
Yeah, okay. He shrugs.
Sorry for the trouble, but thank you for the business.
No trouble. What did you say your name was?
Elfie.
Elfie. Well, I'm Chester. If there's ever anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. He gives you a wink.
Do you have any... what do you call it? Troublesome clients that you would like to see done away with? Or how should I say more appropriately? Any pieces you've sold recently that you'd like to get back?
I didn't do business like that. And Lamb here sees to any troublesome clients. He nods to the 4.5 feet of lobstered steel standing by the door.
I look at him, cock my head aside, and say, Lamb? Nice to meet you.
No response. Well, feel free to have a look around.
Will do, I say as I turn and walk out the door without looking around.
Roll an intelligence check. No.
Natural 1.
Nothing important. It's just a bit of I don't know, something Selkie might have remembered that I guess she wouldn't.
Okay. Well then, I will stow the the silverware back in my pack, and I want to head out to a different part of town, one that I haven't really spent much time in. I've done things here, and down here, and here for now. So I want to head out to this other section of town and see if there's anyone here that deals in silver or gems or trinkets or miscellaneous wares.
Would you like to find your way to Michelle's shop?
That'll do.
Or would you like to avoid that?
No, I'm happy to go to Michelle's shop.
Yeah.
See if maybe she wants to pick up some of my goods.
Yeah. So this courtyard here has a small fountain. Seems like a more neighborhood than anything. There's children running around, mothers drying their laundry. And then this building here has a little sign out front. I don't know what the sign says, but it looks like a curiosity shop. It's a little storefront.
Perfect. I will head on into the curiosity shop.
All right. Does it have a name or anything particular on the sign?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember if it does.
Okay. Well, you head inside. It is sparse. There's maybe like a half dozen items on display throughout the entire storefront.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly objects of art. Yeah.
Okay.
Statue here and there on a pedestal.
I'll walk through it,
and
sort of examining things.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any. I don't know if I have Michelle's character sheet handy to know what any of the particular art objects might be, but do you have any inclination you can weigh in? Otherwise, we can just gloss over them.
No.
And I think the most stunning piece of artwork in here is the proprietor herself. Selkie probably doesn't see it, so if anything, maybe you feel pangs of jealousy.
Hold on, let me roll my d10. We never know. Yeah, whatever. She's a dumb whore.
Yeah. The proprietress is a beautiful raven-haired woman wearing a fine dress.
Ooh.
Keeps a stiletto at her side, and but I think other than that, no guard like the dwarves had.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself wondering how this place stays in business. Like, they're only selling like 6 things. This is the weirdest damn curiosity shop.
That's odd. I wonder. Well, I'm sure they've got skeletons in their closet, so to speak. Everyone does. So I think not too much of it for the time being, and we'll just go approach the woman and plop up the... Ooh, I'm not going to plop up the stuff quite yet, but I'll say, excuse me, do you, I happen to have inherited some, assets from a family member who died, and I've been slowly pawning them over the years in order to make ends meet, and unfortunately I got to part with some more little bits of lovely. Do you deal in fine silverware?
Fine silverware. Well, usually our wares are a little classier than silver, as you can see.
I present her with the box anyway.
Okay.
No.
Are you looking to get around union fees? She asks bluntly.
Why? I'm not sure the union would be happy about that. Is that a typical service you provide?
Typical? I don't know about that. But
You don't sound like a typical guild member?
oh, I'm not a member.
Oh. So, this isn't that's not a trick question.
No, but you may want to be a little less obvious. Walking around trying to pawn heirloom silverware.
How would you recommend I be less obvious?
I don't know. This is your trade, not mine.
Well, you have an
But
opinion on it.
Just a friendly suggestion. You won't be in this trade much longer if you aren't more careful.
I'm glad I found a place where I can be more careful then.
I can pawn your wares for a 10% fee, but any fallout with the guild, that's on you.
Of course.
They may steer clear of me, but I can't offer you any kind of protection.
Well, you certainly wouldn't be turning me in, though, right? You're not going to go out of your way to make my life difficult.
No.
Well,
I have a mutual understanding with the union. They stay out of my business. I stay out of theirs. Everyone's happier for it.
sounds like a deal. I will extend a hand to this witch. This more attractive witch. And,
Michelle.
Yeah,
She
whatever.
says, shaking your hand.
Selkie, it's nice to meet you. I give her my real name. Cool. What is, I guess I hand her the silver and
she kind of frowns at the silver. It'll be hardly worth her time to melt it down, but she'll give you 45 gold for it.
She's also just gonna melt it down?
Probably. What use is silverware? And maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, it's nice, already shaped stuff. Someone's gonna want to buy silverware one day, and
Perhaps.
a
Does
nice
she look
set
like
on
she
hand
sells
rather than
silverware?
craft it. But maybe that's an issue for a silversmith. And I guess I'm going to spend some money buying a couple more small bags, because now I have about 200 coins on me. That takes about 4 small bags. So I'll keep 10 silver and 40 gold in one bag, and then everything else in 2 other bags that I will store, I guess, just in my backpack for now. I don't have a safe house to keep my loot.
How much wealth do you have?
I have 194 gold and 10 silver and 8 copper, but I'll probably just spend that 8 copper buying the extra 2 bags to hold my wealth. That's okay.
Sure.
Great. So now I got 154 silver in 3 bags in my backpack. And I guess 4 of those coins are probably overflowing into the bag or near to it. And 50 coins in my actual bag. And I am going to go rest until I'm at full HP. And plot my next move from there. So I will need 6 days of rest. Or 6 nights of rest. I need 6 HP.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh god, what have I forgotten? 35. Oh, hey, there's that job. I need to bring those...
Yeah, that's exactly what you remember. Yeah, you agreed to do a delivery for the Union in 5 days' time at this point.
Perfect.
So probably cannot rest until full.
No, but I could rest to 11 HP. 11 out of 12.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
All right, and drop 25 silver on tavern stay. If you hadn't already.
Yep. Sure. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then I'll head over to the dock spot, and I'll see about that job. Oh my god, it's so warm. What is this 70-degree weather? Yeah.
Okay, so 5 days time, you head to the dock spot. Is that your plan?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. All right. 5 days hence. What time do you head down there?
I'll head over in the early morning, whenever I wake up, that is, and I'll check in with them then.
Is Selkie a morning person?
When she's not out late, she goes to bed with the sunset and wakes up with the sunrise.
Okay. So you make it to the dock spot nice and early.
Mm-hmm.
And head inside. There are a few sailors about drinking in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
Mm-hmm. What I do when I get up. It's coffee.
And behind the bar is Chip.
I will walk up to Chip,
Accept.
give him flash him a famous elfie smile, and say, when's that ship coming in?
Could already be there if it's not already. Why don't you make your way down to the warehouse? You know where it is?
I know where it is, and I will head on down to the warehouse.
Should already be a crew. He shouts after you, unloading some of the cargo.
Okay.
You know where you're going? He says as you're walking out the door.
I guess I stop, turn around, walk back to him, and say, no, I thought they would tell me, but if you're the man with the plan, Where am I headed?
Thought you had a better memory than this. He gestures you closer.
Would you believe it's been a week? I lean in.
He says there's a bathhouse in the old quarter. Run by a Fishborn. Lord Fishborn, he styles himself. I don't think he's actually a lord of anything except for that bathhouse, but... Should be a small parcel. Hand deliver it, pick up the payment, bring it back here.
And I'll get my cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a more specific location than just the bathhouse, or should I go around knocking on doors looking for a bathhouse?
It's in the old quarter. Do you
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
All right then. Should be 10,000 gold, he says. Payment.
My eyes go wide. Yeah.
You should probably count it before you accept.
That's quite a bit of gold.
Yeah. Owing to the risks, we can double our usual delivery fee. So here's just half. He says, handing you a small pouch containing 10 gold.
Thank you. Do you expect him to pay in gold? 10,000 gold is about 50 pounds, 200 pounds. A lot of weight.
Thought you were a smart cookie.
I am. I'm just wondering if I should be expecting gold or if I should be expecting other methods.
10,000 gold should be about
200.
200 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in no way is it going to be gold unless he gives you a wheelbarrow.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
That'll do.
I'd expect probably bars, platinum,
Splendid.
or
have it
maybe
for you.
diamonds, but I don't know.
I'll have it for you before you know.
Or actually, anyways, yeah. All right. In the dawn hours, you make your way south along the docks.
Head over to the spot over by the warehouse.
Yeah. And you see pulled up alongside the warehouse a long, slender ship. Its hull is a deep crimson bordering on black. Roll a perception check.
I can do that. 21.
Yeah, I don't know much else you'd notice. Yeah,
Yeah. Well then, I will.
we can roll. Well, we can roll with that for the scene, but no, I think
I'll head over and chat with the dwarves and say, I'm here to pick up a package for a certain Lord Fishborn.
What dwarves and where are you talking with them? What do you?
Oh, I just
do you mean?
assumed there's dwarves loitering around the entrance to the warehouse. There always seem to be.
Yeah, probably. The door to the warehouse is open.
Oh, well,
And there are a few dwarves loitering outside. So you walk up to the dwarves and you're like, I'm here to pick up a package for Lord Fishborn. And they sort of look you up and down. And they nod their heads inside.
Sweet. I follow them in.
Right. You enter the warehouse. One of them does follow you in and sort of escort you back through sort of rows of boxes. It's like mostly like marine hardware, ropes and belaying pins and nondescript
Nets and
boxes of
sails
crap,
and, yeah, barrels of water
Buckets
and
of-
apples.
buckets of salted fish. Yeah,
Ugh.
and it's toward the back of this warehouse that there is like a door that goes to this other wooden building. And you poke your head through and see like a dry dock, and then like a regular dock sticking out from that, and you can kind of see this indoor dock going out to that ship that's pulled up outside.
Excellent.
There are a couple of people seeing to unloading the ship.
I will walk over the ship while examining the surroundings.
Yeah. You spot, the usual Union members, like 2 dwarves and a human, accepting cargo. There is a impatient-looking female, perhaps the captain, dressed in leather, sort of standing on the dock, arms crossed, tapping her foot impatiently. And perhaps most disconcerting are the green-skinned humanoids on the ship. They haven't stepped off onto the dock, but there are probably 24 of them,
They look
slinking
like
and lurking
orcs?
about. No,
the orc
they
goblin?
look like lizards.
Lizards? Oh, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
Everything's fine.
I try and see if there is a name on the side of the ship.
There is.
Does it say icebreaker?
It does say icebreaker.
Whoa, ho, ho. Okay. I will walk up
Anyways,
to the impatient-looking woman and introduce myself then.
You the elf, she says.
You the captain of the icebreaker?
She grunts. Took you long enough. She reaches behind you and pulls out, like from her, that was like tucked in the waist of her pants, a small wooden box, maybe a little longer, maybe like 13 inches long, 2 inches tall, 4 inches wide. I think this is for you.
I think so. I heft the box. Can't help but do one of the like shake, shake, shake. What might be in this? Like real
Do you have
gently,
any-
like just a.
Yeah. It doesn't make any noise, so there's nothing loose rattling around inside. Do you have any relevant skill you would like to roll to try and echolocate inside of the box?
Oh man. Maybe a gauge at some penalty because
Yeah.
I can't actually
Yeah.
see what I'm dealing with. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
26 without
Yeah,
modifiers.
you can gauge the weight, so it's light.
Mhm.
It's like made of wood, and its contents aren't heavy either. So it couldn't be much heavier than wood. I already told you its dimensions.
Sulky's mind immediately runs to like mithril short swords or mithril daggers.
13 inches long, maybe.
Yeah,
like
it would have to be
a
really
mithril
short.
a mithril could potentially be this light.
Or maybe it's like a series of scrolls of fireball or so. Who knows what it is? Her mind runs with the wonders that this box might hold. Well, I am going to be a.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I mean, yeah. So perhaps there's like no shaking around. So like maybe you could guess that owing to the weight, whatever's inside is probably cushioned.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't even hear like flapping of paper around or like jiggling of light contents. It's probably like lined with cloth of some kind or something.
Mm-hmm.
The surly sea captain says to you, "You just going to stand there looking stupid, or are you going to get on with it?"
Hey now, it's no way to treat a courier. I'm going to get on with it, but I thought you should know, as the captain of the icebreaker, that someone's been asking around about you.
Is he cute?
I don't know. I've never seen his face.
I think she's probably smart enough to pick up the implications there, that you're alluding to the Knights of Solstice. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, but I think that heat's died down.
Okay. And I'll just leave it like that. And I will... Ooh, before I turn and go... I will ask this woman, I believe her name is Denna, although she hasn't introduced herself to me yet.
I don't think Selkie would have heard that, but
right.
This is indeed Denna, but I don't. Yeah, Selkie has never heard that name spoken.
Yeah. Lord Fishborn, is that a common name that he uses, or a name just for the gold?
Who's Lord Fishborn? She says. Is that who you're supposed to deliver this to?
I mean, you don't know?
Yeah, and you probably shouldn't be telling me. Not that I'm a security risk, but
I figured you would know.
Take it as a free tip.
But yeah.
Never
mind then.
It's generally safer if I don't know.
Well, I understand. I have no idea what this is, even. So if I don't know what this is and you don't know who it's going to, then it should be getting there nice and safely.
Well, now I know.
Well, I suppose now I should know too.
Fishborn. I don't know. I usually don't make it far from the docks. Name sounds familiar.
What's in here?
I don't know. I haven't opened it.
Okay. Ta-ta.
Again, I make it my business not to know, and I can charge accordingly. Maybe you could learn a thing or two.
Maybe. I will take her sass in stride. She has something to teach me. Clearly, if the people are she's a wanted woman and she's survived to be able to move merchandise like this, maybe her snappy attitude is something I can learn from rather than resent her for. So I will try to swallow my pride and head off and look for a bathhouse.
All right.
I will do a quick patrol of the old quarter, just trying to visually find a bathhouse. And if I can't visually find a bathhouse, I will ask directions from someone to the bathhouse of the old quarter. But that's, preferably not the preferable method of going about this.
Go ahead and roll a charisma check or something.
Charisma, here we come. 29.
Yeah. You wander around for some time. Because it looked like you took the long way around, right? Past some of your old thieving grounds. Through this gate. and eventually make your way around here. It's not super obvious from the outside. I mean, it's a beautiful marble building, but there's steam billowing from the top, and it's not much of it is not as black as smoke. Looks like water vapor.
Okay. Perfect. I will tentatively look around, see if there's a sign that tells you what the protocol is, if it's a public house or a private house.
It's most definitely not. Yeah, it's not a public bathhouse. But it's probably not unmarked. I think there's a sign above the door with the bones of a fish displayed on it.
Well, this is definitely the right spot then.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it
Name it. Yeah, it's the steamed trout is the name of this bathhouse. It's written over the sign of the fish.
Perfect. Well, I will give a knock and then try the doorknob to see if it's open.
It's open, and there's a small lobby. A beautiful young woman, heavy makeup, and what are you pinging?
Oh, I'm just pinging towers for funsies. Sorry.
Because they're perfectly circular.
Yes, and I want to get my
circle. A beautiful woman with a floral dress and and heavy makeup is sitting behind a desk.
I'm here to see Lord Fishborn.
She looks at you. Are you the courier?
I'm here to see Lord Fishborn. I, display the package that I'm carrying, but I do not confirm that I'm the courier.
Yes, right this way.
All right.
She leads you up a staircase.
I want to be very careful as we do
staircase.
this. I want to be paying close attention to my surroundings and try and generate a layout of this building should I ever need to come back.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, not so great.
Yeah, I think you're a little in awe. Vaulted ceilings, marble carvings. It's sparse, but there are elegant tapestries and statues that catch your eye. Maybe you're distracted, perhaps, by the wealth displayed in this place. Like I said, it's sparse. It's not like it's everywhere, but you walk past a tapestry and you're like, is that gold thread or paint or something like that? That thing must cost a fortune. And then you look and the receptionist who is leading you is now 20 feet down the hallway, and you scamper to catch up, and you forget to memorize the exact location of the what you call it. Yeah, of the hallways. So she leads you immediately up a marble staircase. There's a hallway behind her.
I'm sorry, my audio cut out for just a moment there.
Okay, there was a hallway.
Yeah.
There was a hallway off the first floor reception, but she leads you up a staircase instead.
Excellent. I go up the stairway.
She leads you down a hallway, past a door, to a door on the far side.
Okay, down a hallway, past a door to a door on the far side.
Yeah, and it's around here that you got distracted by a tapestry. There were other similar tapestries, but you walk past one up close, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's really shiny. Is that gold in the?"
Hold on, my audio is cutting out. Can we take a break here so I can try and fix my audio problems? It's back again. I'm so sorry. I know it's right near the interesting part.
I'm joking. Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
See you guys on the other side of a break. Bye bye.